Hello, and welcome to this gentle bedtime journey. Settle in, rest your shoulders, and feel the evening settle. Let your breath slow as we begin. If you enjoy this story and would like more, please like and follow the channel. Take one easy breath and let it guide you closer to calm. The Gentle Voyage of the Cloudship Aurora. Mira stood on the quiet dock while lanterns shimmered softly. The sea breathed in calm pulses beneath her waiting feet. Behind her, the harbor bells chimed a soft evening song. Fishermen rolled their nets and whispered wishes for smooth nights. Mira set the satchel beside her and closed her eyes. She listened to the engines humming gentle notes. Captain Elian waited beside the Cloudship with a patient smile. The ship drifted slightly above the pier, tethered by silver ropes. Soft vapor wrapped the hull like morning mist over gentle fields. Mira touched the vapor, and cool dew gathered on her hand. Elian whispered welcome and offered a rope ladder woven from rainbows. Mira climbed slowly, resting each foot upon a glowing rung. The deck felt soft beneath her boots, like moss warmed by dawn. Cloudlight drifted around the railings in shimmering strands. Crew members moved with quiet smiles and coats trimmed with starlit thread. They carried crystal lanterns that pulsed like slow heartbeats. Elian guided Mira to a cushioned bench near the bow. A glass globe hovered above, displaying maps drawn in light. Elian said they would follow the river of upper winds tonight. The current will carry us over valleys sleeping beneath moonlight. The Cloudship released its tethers with a quiet sigh of vapor. Dock lights dimmed as they rose into the twilight sky. Below them, the harbor became a necklace of golden beads. Waves folded softly against the piers like blankets tucked with care. Stars emerged one by one, shy yet steady in the sky. Mira greeted each one with a silent nod of thanks. Elian pointed toward the horizon where a pale river shimmered. He murmured that the path listened to kind hearts. The ship tilted gently as it entered the luminous current. Clouds parted like curtains, revealing dreamlike fields far below. Fields of lavender stretched across the landscape brushed by moonlight. Windmills turned slowly, their blades moving like sleepy hands. Villages glowed with hearthlight that seeped through open shutters. Cats curled on porches and watched the Cloudship drift overhead. Mira leaned over the railing and breathed a scent of rain. The air tasted like fresh springs hidden in mountain caves. Elian offered her a cup of warm starflower tea. Steam floated upward in slow ribbons that faded into breeze. She sipped and felt gentle warmth spread through her chest. The flavor carried hints of honey, pine, and quiet dreams. Elian spoke of the Cloudship's mission to chart peaceful skies. They mapped currents that could soothe restlessness across distant towns. Mira shared stories of rivers she had measured with patience. She loved watching water find soft paths between stubborn stones. The two cartographers compared notes as the ship sailed deeper. Their voices stayed quiet, matching the calm rhythm of clouds. A gentle chime rang from the helm, announcing passing constellations. Navigator Leora bowed and pointed toward the lion lantern. Star pairs lined the path like guides holding quiet lamps. Their light dipped in greeting as the cloudship glided by. Cloud banks formed gentle hills that swelled and eased beneath the hull. The ship rose and fell like a lullaby of sky. Mira traced the glowing map and marked villages needing dreams. Elian promised to send gentle breezes to those resting hearts. They passed above a forest where nightingales sang slowly. Each note shimmered upward and kissed the cloudship rails. Mira leaned back and let the song cradle her thoughts. She pictured travelers below resting easily beneath warm quilts. In the galley, Cook Rowan brewed broth scented with thyme. He carried bowls to crew members who nodded gratefully. Mira accepted a bowl, and warmth settled in her hands. She sipped slowly, tasting gentle earth and seaside breezes. Rowan shared tales of storms calmed by patient singing. He believed every cloud held a melody waiting for kindness. Mira listened and imagined rain clouds humming lullabies over sleeping towns. The thought made her shoulders soften even more. As night deepened, the moon rose full and gentle. Its light washed the deck in silver calm. Mira approached the observation dome near the stern. Transparent panels revealed the swirling winds guiding their path. Inside the dome, instruments glowed with soft amber pulses. Needles floated above charts, aligning with stars that shimmered outside. Mira pressed her palm to a sensor, welcoming her calm heartbeat. The glass warmed slightly, encouraging deep breaths. A holographic stream appeared, showing currents flowing like silk ribbons. Each ribbon pulsed with color, matching moods of resting villages. Mira watched a deep blue ribbon brighten into gentle green. Someone below released a worry, and calm rushed to fill. She smiled, grateful for the unseen connection between sky and homes. Elian joined her and recorded the change in the log. He spoke softly about the importance of gentle guardianship. Every map should protect the quiet places of night. Mira promised to mark each haven with careful lines. Her stylus glowed as it traced new paths across the hologram. Outside, the cloudship drifted above a mountain range dusted with snow. Peaks rose like sleeping giants wrapped in stars. Mira observed gentle avalanches of glittering frost sliding in slow motion. They made no sound, yet the sight soothed her spirit. Elian dimmed deck lights so moonlit slopes shone brighter. Crew members gathered quietly along the rail to watch. They stood in silence, sharing warmth through simple presence. Mira felt the unity like a soft blanket around her shoulders. Soon, the ship reached the valley of echoing springs. Streams below sent mist upward in twirling spirals. The mist touched the hull and formed tiny dew crystals. Rowan collected them in jars to flavor future teas. Mira breathed the scent and imagined listeners sipping calm flavors. She pictured long tables where worries dissolved like sugar. The cloudship drifted onward toward a plateau lined with crystal lakes. Each lake reflected the sky like a polished mirror. Elian invited Mira to release one of her river stones. She chose the smoothest stone and held it near her heart. With a calm breath, she set the stone upon the breeze. The stone floated down, glowing softly as it touched a lake. Ripples spread outward in perfect circles, carrying gentle wishes. Mira felt lighter, as if the lake had shared its stillness. Elian thanked her for the gift to the plateau's sleepers. He noted the calm surge upon the instruments. Night continued, yet the crew never hurried. Every task unfolded like a slow breath. Mira walked the deck and traced constellations with her finger. She named them quietly, giving thanks for their guidance. A soft bell marked the hour of reflective stories. Crew members gathered in a circle near the mast. Each person shared a memory that brought peace. Mira spoke of her grandmother teaching her to read river ripples. She recalled evenings spent listening to frogs chirp under distant stars. The crew listened and smiled, honoring the gentle tale. Leora shared a dream of walking through music-shaped clouds. In the dream, each step played a soft note. Rowan remembered a winter night when snow whispered to pines. He said the sound matched the hush of this voyage. After sharing, they sat quietly watching the horizon shift. Deep indigo melted into soft rose even though midnight lingered. The river of upper winds guided them toward the Aurora Shelf. This region released ribbons of color that danced across the night. Mira watched as pale green curtains rippled across the sky. Hints of lavender and gold followed with gentle grace. The aurora descended close enough to brush the sails. Light lingered on the fabric like soft fingertips. Elian instructed the crew to open the resonance bins. These crystal containers gathered color and sent it toward distant dreamers. Mira volunteered to tune the bins with her river songs. She hummed low, letting the rhythm match murmuring waters. The aurora responded by swirling gently around her. Light and melody blended into a soft embrace. Crew members watched with awe, yet kept respectful silence. They understood the delicate conversation between song and sky. Mira's tune told stories of rivers resting under moonlit bridges. She pictured sandals drying by firelight and friends whispering softly. The aurora settled into thin threads that wrapped around the bins. Colors gathered like morning dew on meadow grass. Elian signaled completion with a slow clap of appreciation. He thanked Mira for lending her calm music to the sky. Mira felt honored and humbled by the gentle display. She promised to keep singing whenever the winds asked. Later, she returned to the bench and wrote notes. Her handwriting flowed like small streams crossing sand. She described the aurora's colors, the currents, and the quiet joy. Every detail helped future travelers remember these calm moments. The ship sailed onward toward Dawnwatch Peninsula. There, a lighthouse keeper awaited their gentle guidance. Mira observed the lighthouse beam sweeping slowly across dark waters. Each sweep matched the pace of her own breathing. Elian lowered a rope woven with moon threads. Attached lanterns drifted toward the lighthouse balcony. Keeper Sarah stepped out and gathered the lanterns with gentle hands. She waved slowly, thanking the crew for steady guidance. Mira waved back and felt connected across the quiet distance. She imagined ships below following calm waters into harbor. After the exchange, the Cloudship turned toward the Sea of Whispers. This sea lay silent, guarded by gentle fog. Mira remembered stories of sailors hearing lullabies on that sea. She listened carefully as the ship approached. Soon, faint voices rose from mist, singing soothing tones. The notes wrapped around the ship like velvety clouds. crew members added harmonies in low whispers. Mira joined with a melody inspired by flowing brooks. The combined song drifted downward to calm the sea's restless pockets. Ripples slowed until the water looked like glass. Mist parted, revealing islands shaped like sleeping turtles. Each island glowed with bioluminescent moss that pulsed softly. Mira noted their positions for future gentle visits. She promised herself to return with gifts of peaceful rain. As the sea faded behind them, dawn shimmered on the horizon. The sky shifted from deep blue to tender peach. Crew members prepared the dawn sails made of translucent silk. These sails caught first rays and shared them through the ship. Mira helped unfurl the silk, feeling its cool, smooth texture. Light filtered through, tinting everyone in soft gold. She felt awake yet deeply calm. The journey was a moving meditation through sky and memory. Elian announced they would soon reach the sanctuary of gentle echoes. It was a floating garden resting on a stable cloud plateau. Mira peered ahead and saw terraces filled with silver-leafed trees. Streams of light flowed between the branches like quiet waterfalls. Upon landing, the crew stepped onto pathways woven from stardust. The surface felt gentle yet firm beneath their boots. Caretaker Nalin greeted them with a bow and a serene smile. His robes shimmered like twilight reflecting on calm water. He led them to a pavilion filled with soft cushions. A fountain at the center gurgled in slow, soothing patterns. Mira settled on a cushion and let the fountain guide breath. The sound matched the pulse of distant waves. Nalin served nectar brewed from moon blossoms. It tasted cool with hints of vanilla and soft rain. He spoke about tending the sanctuary's echo pools. These pools recorded kind words and released them during storms. Mira wandered to one pool and knelt beside the water. She whispered gratitude for the night's gentle voyage. The water shimmered and replayed her words in a soft voice. The echo sounded like her grandmother's calming tone. Tears of pure comfort gathered in Mira's eyes. She let them fall, trusting the sanctuary to hold them. Elian approached and offered a cloth woven with morning light. Mira wiped her cheeks and smiled in appreciation. They spent some time walking along the terraces. Each terrace hosted plants that glowed with soft internal lanterns. Butterflies made of mist fluttered between blossoms. Their wings left trails that disappeared slowly. Mira followed a path leading to a quiet overlook. From there, she saw the Cloudship resting among floating gardens. She took a long breath and listened to her heartbeat. It matched the steady hum of the vessel. Nalin gifted her a small bell shaped like a droplet. He said it would remind her of the sanctuary's echoes. Mira thanked him and promised to ring it on future voyages. The bell chimed softly, even without wind. After resting, the crew prepared to depart. They bowed to Nalin and the gardens. Returning aboard, Mira felt refreshed and centered. The deck welcomed her with familiar softness. As the Cloudship lifted again, dawn fully blossomed. Sunbeams painted the clouds in pastel gold. Mira watched villages awakening below. Smoke rose gently from chimneys, signaling warm breakfasts. She imagined the calm dreams delivered during the night. People would stretch and feel steady trust in the new day. Elian asked Mira to record the voyage's highlights. Together, they summarized the currents, the aurora, and the sanctuary. Mira added notes about songs that soothed the Sea of Whispers. She also mentioned Sarah's lighthouse beam and Nolan's bell. Elian sealed the log with a clasp shaped like a feather. He placed it within a chest that glowed faintly. Soon, the Cloudship angled downward toward Mira's home valley. She saw familiar rivers glistening like silver threads. Elian announced their arrival with a gentle bell. Mira gathered her satchel and prepared to disembark. The ship hovered above a meadow filled with morning mist. Wildflowers glowed as dew caught the new sunlight. Mira stepped onto the meadow using a gentle ladder of light. Her boots touched soft grass warmed by dawn. She turned back and waved to the crew. They waved in return, smiles bright yet calm. Elian promised to visit again when the winds called. His voice drifted down like a gentle breeze. Mira breathed the meadow air and listened to distant bells. They echoed the sanctuary's kind resonance. She walked toward her cottage near the river bend. Each step felt aligned with the night's calm journey. Her cottage door stood open, welcoming her home. Inside, the hearth glowed with banked embers. She set the satchel on the table and rang Nolan's bell. The chime drifted through the room like morning mist. Mira poured water and brewed a cup of starflower tea. Steam rose slowly, mirroring the night aboard the Cloudship. She sat by the window and watched the river glide. Sunlight touched the surface, turning it into rippled gold. Birds began their morning songs with gentle notes. Mira hummed along, keeping the tempo slow. She opened her journal and wrote final reflections. Gratitude filled every line she traced. She thanked the Cloudship Aurora for carrying her safely. She thanked the winds for their soft whispers. She promised to honor the maps by sharing calm wherever she went. Her heart felt steady, like an anchored boat. After writing, she stepped outside to greet the riverbank. Water murmured secrets learned from the night's gentle winds. Mira dipped her fingers into the cool current. She felt the same calm she shared above the clouds. She whispered a wish for every listener resting tonight. She breathed a blessing that the journey would bring ease. The river shimmered in reply. Sunlight and sky created a halo around her reflection. Mira returned indoors and allowed herself to rest. She lay on a cushioned bench and closed her eyes. Her breath matched the rhythm of the Cloudship engines she remembered. Sleep approached softly, like a sail returning to harbor. In her dreams, the aurora waited among gentle stars. It welcomed every traveler seeking peace. Mira smiled even while asleep. Her night of journeying continued within her heart. Outside, the river and the breeze held the world in balance. Morning stretched slowly, inviting gentle beginnings. The Cloudship sailed onward across distant skies. It carried new dreams toward the next peaceful town. Mira's bell rested by the window, ready to chime again. It glimmered softly, catching the day's first kiss of light. And so, the gentle voyage continued within every calm breath. The sky, the river, and the listener remained connected in peace.